So vintage 2020 for Sailor Seek's horse. I think we've had easier vintages, really, and easier years managing a vineyard. Spring started off very dry early on and very windy, so the vines were a bit stressed to start with. That wind carried through to flowering where it became wet and windy, not perfect conditions. We ended up with poor fruit set and low yields at 2 tonnes to the hectare. Summer and autumn were mild. We didn't have much sunshine, we didn't have much warmth. It really felt like we missed out on summer this year. It was pretty good weather for powdery mildew, to be honest, so we had to be really diligent in the vineyard to make sure that didn't take hold. We even saw a little bit of botrytis sneak in towards the end of the season, which we've never seen before in our vineyard, so that's just something new for us to note. Harvest was towards the end of April, which is later than we've harvested for the last few years. So back to a longer, cooler kind of a season. We were really just waiting for tannins to come around in the Pinot and the acidity to settle a little bit in the Chardonnay. And when that happened, with low yields and a cool, long ripening period, we had really intense flavours, really delicate flavours, lovely structured wines. Really excited about what we have in barrel. Wish we had a bit more of it if I had anything to complain about, really. I think sometimes we like to dismiss these cooler vintages straight up because they're not as solid, they're not as forward, but for me, I think we often get much more structured wines, more interesting wines, more complex wines, and so I'm really excited about these cooler years sometimes. For us, a standout, I think, are some of our Chardonnay batches. Some of those clones came in just looking great, so seeing those in barrel now is really exciting, and hopefully we can nurse that through to getting into bottle in that way, which would be great. So I think overall, it was a tricky growing season. It was a cooler year. We've got really delicate wines, lovely structured wines, and I think they're going to be delicious. I just wish we had twice as much.